Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our geography, and the first chapter that we are going to discuss is resources and development. So, through this chapter, we'll be learning different kinds of resources, the classifications of the resources, and how resources are connected to development. Mahatma Gandhi once quoted, "The earth provides enough to satisfy every man's need, but not for every man's greed." Yes, he was right. The earth provides everything for us, especially resources. But that is not enough for our greed. As he mentioned, the resources that we obtain from earth is not just for our generation, it is for the entire mankind and the upcoming generations as well. So it is our duty to use the resources wisely. So through this chapter, we will learn how to use these resources carefully so that the future generation also has an access to these resources. So let's first learn the definition of the resource. Everything that is available in our environment that can satisfy our needs can be termed as a resource. But it should be technologically accessible, economically feasible, and culturally acceptable. What does it mean? Technologically accessible. That means it should be accessible through technology. Accessible means it should be able to reach. So technologically, we should be able to reach to that resource. Then, economically feasible. Feasible means it should be easily available or practical to do something practically. So economically, it should be practically available to the mankind, and it should be acceptable by the culture. So a thing that is available in our environment and which can be used to satisfy our needs, which is technologically accessible, economically feasible, and culturally acceptable, can be termed as a resource. In short, it should be able to be reached, it should be practically available, and it should be acceptable. So such a thing that is available and can satisfy our needs can be termed as resource. And the resources are classified into four: based on origin, based on exhaustibility, based on ownership, based on status of development. Now let's check out the first classification, based on origin. Biotic resources and abiotic resources. What do you mean by origin? Origin means the place where something begins or derived. That means, so based on from where it is derived or from where it is started, resources are classified into two: biotic and abiotic. As the name suggests, biotic, bio, something related to life; abiotic, something related to non-living. So it's very easy. Biotic resources that is obtained from biosphere, connected to life. For example, flora and fauna. That means plants and animals. Fisheries, livestock, human beings. So these are biotic resources, whereas abiotic resources are composed of non-living things. For example, rocks, metals. So these are lifeless. So they are abiotic resources. So first classification based on origin, biotic resource and abiotic resources. Example for biotic resources: human beings, flora, fauna, fisheries, livestock. Examples of for abiotic resources: rocks, metals. So this is the first classification of resource.